Umeå, local pronunciation, South Westrobothnian, squared Ume Sami, Upmeje, Southern Sami, Upmeje, Finnish, Uumaja, Northern Sami. Ubmi is a town in northern Sweden. It is the seat of Umeå municipality and the capital of Västerbotten county. The city is located on the Ume River. Umeå is the biggest city in Norrland and the 12th biggest in Sweden, with 79,594 inhabitants in 2010. The municipality had 119,613 inhabitants at the end of 2014. When the university was established in 1965, growth sped up, and the number of housing has doubled in the last 30 years. As of 2011, update, 700 to 800 new apartments have constructed each year. Umeå is a university town and center of education, technical and medical research in Sweden, with 2 universities and over 39,000 students. The city was elected as the European Capital of Culture of 2014. History. The first written mention of Umeå is from the 14th century. The northern parts of Sweden, including the counties of Västerbotten and Norrbotten, were mostly settled by nomadic Sami people before this time, but not necessarily forming any permanent settlement in the city's exact location, since the Sami people were, for large parts of the year, herding their reindeer in the inland mountainous parts of modern Westrobothnia. The name is believed to be derived from the Old Norse word Umar, which means roaring. The name of the town would therefore mean the roaring river. Therefore, the coast came to be permanently settled by Germanic peoples moving upwards on the Bothnian Bay by boat. Hence the Germanic names of towns and villages on the Westrobothnian coast. Some KVEN people had permanent settlements in northern Westrobothnia but were gradually assimilated with the Germanic tribes, although some Finnish names of lakes and villages survived. Southern Westrobothnia has been a permanent Germanic settlement since at least the 14th century, but probably since the Viking Ages or earlier. Umeå in its first form was a parish with a wooden church and trade post located in the section of town now known as Backen. Its location near the coast and on a river was probably one of the reasons that people chose to settle there. For the next couple of centuries, Umeå was a place consisting of scattered parishes, where merchandise originating with the Sami people was traded, and was the last inhabited place before the northern wilderness took over. However, no real city was built at the location selected by the king, and it lost its town privileges in the 1590s. In 1622, a city was again founded by Gustavus Adolphus of Sweden. In 1638, it had about 40 houses. It suffered from Russian attacks in 1714 and in 1720 when it was burnt to the ground. At the close of the Finnish War in 1809, the Russian army under Barclay de Tolly took Umeå and held it from June to August. In 1874 the town improved the plans for its structure after it became a government requirement. Umeå had already started making these changes when on the 25th of June 1888, a fire devastated the eastern parts of Umeå and at least 2,300 of the 3,000 inhabitants became homeless. In the restoration following the fire, silver birch trees were planted along wide avenues to prevent future fires from spreading. For this reason Umeå is sometimes known as Björkarnas stad, the city of birches, and the name of the Umeå ice hockey team, Björklöven, means the birch leaves. Geography. Umeå is situated on the inlet of the Gulf of Bothnia at the mouth of the Ume River, in the south of Västerbotten. Umeå is about 600 kilometers north of Stockholm and about 400 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle. It is the largest city north of the Stockholm-Uppsala region, and is sometimes referred to as the regional center of northern Sweden. The nearby community of Holmsund serves as its port. From here a ferry line connects it with the neighboring city of Vaasa in Finland. The near connections to Finland affects the population of the city. Several Sweden Finns live in Umeå. Climate. The climate of Umeå is subarctic, with short and fairly warm summers. Winters are lengthy and freezing, but considering the latitude, very mild due to the influence of the Gulf Stream. Average January temperature is about -8 degrees Celsius, July is 16 degrees Celsius. Considering its proximity to a major water body and its latitude, summers are hotter than expected and can be compared to coastal areas on Sweden's west coast much further south. The record high of 32.2 degrees Celsius was recorded on the 23rd of July 2014, during a very warm and sunny summer in Sweden. The record low of -38.2 degrees Celsius was recorded on the 15th of February 1978. Demography. Transport. The road infrastructure includes 2 European highways which pass the city. The local bus system is centered at Vasaplan in the city center, and has multiple routes traveling throughout the city. About 4 kilometers from the city center is Umeå Airport. It is the 7th largest airport in Sweden by number of passengers, with 844,932 passengers in 2010. The Bothnia line connects to Umeå from the south. It runs along the high coast via Örnsköldsvik to Umeå. This railway was opened on the 28th of August 2010. The new railway line is 190 kilometers long, containing 140 bridges and 25 kilometers of tunnels. It provides Umeå with a fast train connection to Stockholm. A new railway station, Umeå East Station, was built in connection to Norrlands University Hospital and Umeå University. The Vasa Line ferry takes 4 hours to arrive at Vaasa, Finland. Umeå is located along the Blue Highway, which is an international tourist route from Mo I Rana, Norway to Pudas, Russia via Finland. Culture. The Opera of Northern Sweden, the Norrland Opera, is based in the city. The annual Umeå Jazz Festival is one of the largest Scandinavian festivals for modern jazz. Umeå is the home of the heavy metal band Meshuggah, which was labeled by the Rolling Stone as one of the 10 most important hard and heavy bands. Other well-known metal bands from Umeå include Cult of Luna, Hollow, Persuader and Nocturnal Rites. During the 1990s, the influence of Umeå hardcore punk bands such as Final Exit, Step Forward, Refused, Abananda, Shield and Donuts and the local labels Desperate Fight Records and Busted Heads Records led to the growth of Ume's hardcore scene. Also significant were the number of straight-edge groups. It is also the home of the independent record label NY Vaj, releasing internationally known Umeå artists like KC4, Mass Hysteria and Invasion N. The main museums in Umeå are Bildmuseet, Museum of Contemporary Art and Visual Culture, Museum of the County of Västerbotten with Gamla Outdoor Museum and the Swedish Ski Museum. Umeå is a center for cultural activities, with annual film and music festivals. The city has been elected the European Cultural Capital for 2014. Umeå is the center of television in northern Sweden. SVT Nord and TV4's Northern Region office are both based in the city. The main newspapers of the county are Västerbotten, Västerbottens Kuriren and Västerbottens Folkblad are also based in Umeå. Umeå is the hometown of Mr. Fox, main antagonist in the show Regular Ordinary Swedish Mealtime, along with all the crew of the Swedish YouTube channel. Sports. The city of Umeå currently hosts 4 major sports clubs. The women's football club Umeå IK. The men's hockey team IF Björklöven was very successful in the 1980s but has been less successful in recent years. Björklöven are currently playing in the Swedish second-tier league Hockey Allsvenskan while Umeå IK plays in the top Swedish women's football league. Damallsvenskan. IBK Dalen and IKSU are among the major floorball teams in Sweden, whereas both teams has been in the Swedish Championships finals 2 years in a row. Other sports clubs include IFK Umeå, Mariehem SK, Umeå FC, Umedalens IF. Umeå also has a roller derby team. Ume Radical Rollers started in 2009 and they are still present. In 2011, Umeå Baseball and Softball was founded. The team has 2 former national team players as coaches and currently play in Norra Regionserien. Education and research. In 1951, the city's library was recognized as important for northern Sweden. The library is given a copy of every new book printed in Sweden. Umeå University has about 37,000 students and 4,200 staff. The establishment of the university in the mid-1960s led to a population expansion from about 50,000 inhabitants to today's 75,645. The expansion continues, with about 1,000 new inhabitants every year, and has made Umeå a modern, somewhat intellectual city to add to the traditional basis of heavy industry for cities along the coast of northern Sweden. The Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences, or Sveriges Lantbruksuniversitet, is a university in Sweden. Although its head office is located in Uppsala, the university has several campuses in different parts of Sweden, including Umeå. Unlike other state-owned universities in Sweden, it is funded through the budget for the Ministry of Agriculture. The university hospital serves the entire region of northern Sweden. Economy. Key research fields of the university are life sciences, human technology interaction, social welfare, ecology and gender perspectives. The Umeå University works collaboratively with companies such as AB, Volvo, Skanska, Ericsson, and Ålings PricewaterhouseCoopers. The Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences in Umeå, with the Umeå Plant Science Center, is another major site of research and education. Greater than notable companies based in Umeå: Aloab, production facilities, world market leader in front-end loaders for tractors. AstraZeneca, Handelsbanken, HQ in the northern region of Sweden. Komatsu Forest, European HQ. Siemens Financial Services, Scandinavian HQ. Volvo Last Wagner. Notable people: Ibrahim Baylan, politician. Kjell-Olof Feldt, politician, Minister of Finance in 1982 to 1990. Stig Larsson, novelist. Stig Lindberg, artist. David Sandberg, film director and actor. Jonas Sjöstedt, politician. Ola Olsson, Prime Minister of Sweden in 1978–1979. Charlotte Johnson, actress, known for Series 3 of Wallander. Ingmar Almaras, artist and musician. Athlete Sebastian Aho. Björn Berg. Jesper Blomqvist. Jörgen Brink. Per Elofsson. Anton Lindholm. Hanna Ljungberg. Gunnar Nordahl. Anja Parson. Assar Ronlund. Patrick Sundström. Daniel Tjärnqvist. Tortro Eng. Bands, musicians and record labels: AC4, Afrojets, Amandine, Cult of Luna, Final Exit, The Noise Conspiracy, Coma, Commodore, Mass Hysteria, Meshuggah, Nagelfair, Nocturnal Rites, The Perishes, Persuader, Refused, Separation, Step Forward, Zonaria, Carl Backman, Eva Dahlgren, Mats Gustafsson, Frido Hyvonen, Inger Johansson, Daniel Lindström, Dennis Lixzen, Lisa Miskovsky, Niklas Nygren, David Sandström, Christopher Steen, Tove Steicher, Mats Oberg, Morgan Agren, Busted Heads Records, Desperate Fight Records, NY Vaj, Ye Banished Privateers.